As an artist, it's extremely hard to make money out of the music industry, and that's because royalties are just so small when they even exist. So what else can you do? In today's video, we're gonna go through a couple of ways that you can start making money out of the music industry as a music producer while not relying solely on your royalties. But before we begin, let me know over here in the comments below by answering yes if you want to know 5 things I wish I knew before I went full-time as a music producer. Now let's get started with the video and let's get started with this tutorial. Let's go. The first way that you can start earning money from the music industry is essentially doing mixing and mastering for other artists. And you can do a lot of money like this because there are people charging from $300 to $1,000 doing mixing and mastering for other artists. The easiest way to get started is simply by asking your friends to do their mix and masters for free, so you can start building a catalog first. And then afterwards you can start asking for a fee, but you can charge them only upon deliver of the mix and master. So this way you take the risk of them not liking your mix and master away from them. In addition, you can register for websites like SoundBetter or Fiverr, which can attract more gigs to you, and essentially is another way for people to find out that you do mix and master as well. For example, here at Abstrakt, mixing and mastering represents around 20 to 25% of our yearly income, and that's one that I particularly love doing because it also helps my own music to get better as well. But what if you don't like mix and master? What should you do? Well, essentially in this case, you can just start fixing other people's projects, because this way you're not going to work essentially in the mix and master, and you're just going to work on fixing their project and enhancing the arrangement, getting a better composition, and essentially just making the sound of the project a lot better. Technically, you're not responsible for the mixing and mastering, but you can also bundle up the fix your project with the mix and master and essentially earn more from your client this way. The best way to attract clients this way is, again, showing your own songs or showing songs that you've worked on, but you can also start charging for a cheaper price or only charging upon approval like the mix and master. For Abstrakt, this represents around 10 to 15% per year. And again, another one that I really like because I get to work on songs that I probably wouldn't myself. Now, the most hated job in the music industry is doing ghost productions for other artists. Ghost production is essentially when you make a song and you sell it to someone that wants to release that song. You're not going to be in the song, and that other artist is going to be the artist of that song. There are a couple ways to sell your ghost productions, and the first way is just waiting for someone to knock on your door. The second way is essentially going to platforms that sell ghost productions and essentially just posting your song. And the third way is essentially just reaching out to the management of bigger artists, which is pretty easy to find their emails, and sending your songs and hoping that you can eventually sell your songs to them. I've had friends, for example, selling ghost productions for more than $2,000, and I know that you can go even higher than this, so it's definitely a really viable path if you want to make some money out of the music industry as well. Here at Abstrakt, I don't like the concept of ghost productions, so that's something that we don't do, and that represents 0% of our yearly income. But the coolest way to make money in the music industry is giving one-on-one sessions, which is something that I love doing here at Abstrakt Music Lab. Essentially, you're going to share your knowledge with someone who is willing to learn from you and help them become a better artist. But do you need to be a bigger artist to do this? No, essentially you need to be more knowledgeable than someone who's willing to learn from you. And of course, the more you know, the more experience you have, the more students have you had, and also you can look at other producers and how much they're charging, and you can start raising your prices and making more out of this as well. Here at Abstrakt, for example, 40% of our income comes from one-on-one sessions, and it's the one that I love the most because I get to see people developing and people becoming a better producer while also learning a lot myself as well. Now, the next level of teaching is doing online courses in which you can essentially cover a specific topic, or you can do a full masterclass. If you're doing a specific topic, you can charge around $50 to $300, while a full masterclass goes from $700 to $5,000 as I've seen in the past. And the good thing about this is that it's automated, and in addition to being automated, you can lower your prices in comparison to a one-on-one session and essentially reaching more people, which essentially can make you more money in the end. The key here is to share everything you know, and you need to leave the feeling of over-delivering with the student, because otherwise, if they feel that you're hiding something, they're gonna complain, and word of mouth in that situation can be a bad thing for you. Now, at Abstrakt, we're not offering any online courses so far, but we're planning to do so. Let us know over here in the comments below which kind of online courses would you like to hear from us. Another really cool way to make some bucks out of the music industry while also helping other producers is giving feedback. You can do this either by using SoundBetter or Fiverr, which you can essentially post anything you want, or you can do this individually or also doing feedback live streams, as we do a lot in this channel as well. The key here is to give constructive feedback to the person asking for feedback and essentially give them action points to make them think that without your feedback, their song song wouldn't be as good. If you leave them feeling this way, they'll always come back and they'll be glad to pay you for your feedback as well. Here at Abstrakt, for example, we don't charge for feedback, and you can ask for our feedback over here in the description below. We do take donations, and this represents 5 to 10% in our yearly income as well. Now, another pathway to start making money out of the music industry is making content for the music industry. And you can do this in many forms. You can grow your own YouTube channel, you can grow a newsletter, or you can just make blog posts for your website as well. This takes a lot of time, effort, and persistence to grow your audience, but when it starts to grow, you can start making some money out of it directly as it happens over here on YouTube. Is it a lot of money? I'm not gonna lie, it's not. For every 1,000 plays, I get around $2 to $3, but imagine if your video gets 1,000,000 plays. For example, here at Abstrakt, we made around $350 in the past year, but we definitely spent around 500 to 1,000 hours over here on YouTube, so it definitely takes a lot of effort. So far, which one is the method that you're liking the most? Let me know over here in the comments below, and let's get back to the video. Now, as you grow your channel, more companies will start being interested in promoting their services or products in your channel, and you can make a lot of money this way. For example, placements go from $200 to higher than $2,000, and that depends totally on the size of your audience. In my channel, for example, I don't like placements that don't match my audience or don't match the content that I want to share, because I don't want to create something that people would just skip, because this could be a shot in your own foot. Last year, we had our first placement, but they still represent less than 1% in our yearly revenue, but we're hoping to grow this in 2024. In addition to paid partnerships, as your channel grows, you can start earning money from affiliate links as well, from channels like Plugin Boutique or ADS Sounds, and earn by promoting plugins that they sell on their website. With them, you're gonna earn a small percentage, around 15 to 20% of the sale, and essentially the more your audience grows and buys from your links, the more you're gonna gain as well. Here at Abstrakt, we don't gain a lot from that. We still gain from 1 to 2% of our yearly income from affiliate links, essentially promoting plugins that I love and plugins that I use and recommend to all my students as well. Now, if you don't want to have your own YouTube channel, but you still want to make content, you can later sell these to other YouTube channels that can later release these videos. Here at Abstrakt, for example, we make videos for the sound design channel, which is owned by Production Music Live, and we've made posts for Basic Waves, which is owned by Bound to Divide, and you can learn a lot of money this way. For example, if you do a package of around 4 to 8 videos and edit them, which is going to take you around an hour to an hour and a half to make them, you can earn around $500, which is pretty good for the amount of time that you're gonna work. If you don't want to start making content, you can also build your own store and start selling products, selling essentially sample packs, template kits, and also preset packs. And there's a lot of money in this market. For example, I was hearing an interview by Cymatics, and essentially hearing that they're making around $300,000 per month sounding packs and kits for producers. You don't need a YouTube channel to promote this, although it would help a lot. And you can also promote this with ads and also with mouth to mouth. And you don't even need a website, because you can start using something like PayHip and start building your own store this way. That's how we got started. And in our first pack that we only promoted with YouTube without really promoting it, we've sold over 350 copies over 3 years, which is far beyond what I expected to sell with this pack. Nowadays, we have a few more packs, and we're getting a lot more packs in our stores, and this represents around 4% of our yearly revenue, but we're hoping to grow this a lot more in 2024. Now, if you don't want the hassle of selling it yourself, you can build a pack and sell it through other companies and essentially make money out of this as well. The good thing about this is that you don't need an audience to start selling, and you just sell it to the company and essentially make money out of this. But how much? Well, essentially this can vary from company to company, but in my experience, you can earn around $1,000 to $4,000 for 100 presets or 200 to 400 samples, depending on the company. And there are two ways in which you can earn money. They can either buy all the rights from you with a full payment, or they can pay 50% of all the revenue generated by that pack. And here at Abstrakt, we have a mix of both of these methods, and this represents around 5% of our income last year. In addition to all that, you can do a membership website like a Patreon and start selling a combination of all the things that I've already said before to you. For example, you can do one level that only has mix and masters, another level that has mix and masters and one-on-one sessions, and the other level with only feedback, and price them accordingly to what they're offering. This essentially is a more structured bundle, and with this you can bring more value to whoever is supporting you and essentially bringing more value to you in the end. We don't have any membership website over here at Abstrakt, so this this represents around 0% of our yearly income, but we're planning to do this somewhere in the future. This is not necessarily a way to make money, but doing beta testing is a way that you can start spending less money and essentially gaining a lot more plugins as well. For example, I've gained over $5,000 doing beta testing from multiple companies like Eventide, Isotope, Audiolab, Baby Audio, and many others as well. By doing beta testing, essentially the company is going to provide you with a license and you're going to test their software and try to find bugs or also give suggestions. And essentially in retribution, they give you a license. Sometimes they ask you for one-on-one sessions with you, and you can then start getting more in-store credits or even gift cards from Amazon like I've gotten in the past. But if you're interested in this, how do you do this? Well, essentially you can just go to their support form and ask if they have a beta program open and essentially just apply for it. But if you're not skilled enough to do a mix and master and sell it to other people, you can see this video over here in which I show my full process of how I mix and master my songs, or you can see these videos over here in which I show some common mixing issues that can eventually be haunting you in your mixing as well. I hope you like this video, and I hope to see you in the next Abstrakt video next week. Ciao!